Time to throw down on a little bit of that Quiet Storm, baby. That's right. So that good old R&B at number 28 on my fantasy playlist, Jagged Edge, Let's Get Married. Up to from number 30, a little bit of Candlelight, a little bit of Wine, Curtains Closed, Perfect Storm going on beneath the sheets. Woo! My goodness, you know things are cooking, baby. Yes. Jagged Edge, Let's Get Married. Let's do it, baby. Let's tie the knot. At number 28 on my fantasy playlist of June 13th, 2000, Jagged Edge, there were four guys in that group, and it was Kyle Norman, Richard Wingo, and brothers, identical twins. Brandon and Brian Casey, twins, lead singers of Jagged Edge. Boy, some vivid memories of Jagged Edge. And here's the thing about Jagged Edge. It was a woman named Candy Burnett Perez, who brought Jagged Edge to the attention of Jermaine Dupri. Candy Perez of Escape, the group Escape. My Little Secret back in 1998. My Little Secret, such a beautiful record. Remember that? Also, that great chill record that Escape did in the fall of 1993. It was their first big hit, Just Kicking It. Nice. Just chill, man. Escape. Throwing it down back in the day. And Candy Perez, a businesswoman, as well as a member of Escape, and brought the group to the attention of Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine Dupri signed Jagged Edge to his record label called So Death Recordings, which was a subsidiary. It was an imprint of Columbia. First album for Jagged Edge called A Jagged Error back in 1997. And by the way, Jermaine Dupri either co-produced or produced a lot of their stuff, a lot of their songs. Jagged Edge. Jagged Error came out in 1997. I Gotta Be. I believe that was, yeah, it was either It's Gotta Be or I Gotta Be. But it was their first big crossover. Went to number 23 on Billboard's Hot 100. Had it on my fantasy playlist. Remember that song quite vividly. Gotta Be by Jagged Edge. Their second album was J.E. Heartbreak. 2000. And there were three hit singles off of that. Remember The Promise? That came off of that album. He Can't Love You was off that album. And Let's Get Married. The first single off that album went to number 11 on Billboard's Hot 100 and number 1 on R&B, produced by Jermaine Dupri and also produced by another hot R&B producer. His name was Brian Michael Cox. Brian Michael Cox, who later co-produced Confessions Part 2 by Usher in 2004. Did that? He produced that one with Jermaine Dupri. Also produced Burn by Usher. Remember that song back in 2004? He co-produced Shake It Off by Mariah Carey in 2005. And Brian Michael Cox co-producing this record by Jagged Edge, Let's Get Married, along with Jermaine Dupri. It was their third album, though, Jagged Edge's third album that went platinum. Jagged Little Thrill came out in 2001, and it was one of the reasons why it went platinum was because they had such an enormous hit with Where the Party's At, or Where the Party At, which was did very well on Billboard's Hot 100. I remember having that on my fantasy playlist as well back in 2001, Jagged Edge. Bringing it back some memories, not a real big R&B group, not as big as, say, like Boyz II Men, but still, they made their impact back in the late 90s into the 2000s, Jagged Edge. And I believe I covered all the bases of Jagged Edge. That's it. Jagged Edge on my fantasy playlist at number 28, up from number 30 on my fantasy playlist of June 13th, 2000.